So you're doing everything right. You're taking your supplements, you're eating clean and maybe exercising, but you still feel tired or anxious or bloated or just not like yourself. So what gives? Well, it might be that the supplements you're taking are backfiring on you, and they could be holding you back if they're not the right type, they're not the right quality. And so in this video, we're going to break down what the right types of supplements are for you to be taking to help your body build up and heal itself, especially if you're a woman in your 30s or 40s, and to remove the obstacles to healing that might be lurking inside these bottles you're taking. So let's start with multis. So everyone thinks they need a multi, and multivitamins are marketed basically as like an insurance policy for your health, that if you're maybe not eating the healthiest or not living the healthiest lifestyle, take this multi and it'll cover all your bases. And while I'm not disagreeing that a good quality multi is a good idea, just the first caveat here is that it does not take the place of a good, well-rounded, truly healthy diet. And so check out our other videos. We talked about that at length. But right now, the truth about multivitamins is that what helps one person can make another person feel worse. And so with multivitamins, many of them are using synthetic forms of nutrients that your body can't really absorb or use effectively. This is especially true if you're just getting a multivitamin from Costco or CVS or something like that. Also, some formulas are overdosed with certain nutrients and completely missing others that are really important, like iron and potassium, pretty commonly missed, and vitamin K or calcium. And so some of these things do contain, say, calcium or these other minerals, but just not in a high enough dose either. So it's either that they're not present in high enough concentration, or they're just missing completely. And if your body is inflamed or stressed, or your gut's compromised, then even if you have a quality multi with all these things, it might not be able to process what you're putting in and actually absorb it and use it. So one of our practice members came to us feeling more anxious after starting a popular women's multi. And it turns out that she was just overloaded with B12 in the wrong form for her unique genetic profile. So instead of boosting her energy, it was triggering this anxiety and panic-like symptoms. So it just illustrates we have to know exactly what nutrients you're missing, what does your body need, and how to give it to you in the right form. Now, let's go deeper. Here are 3 common mistakes that we see women making with supplements that they're taking every day. First is B12 or iron without getting the proper testing, blood testing, to know if that's what your body really needs, because these can boost energy for some people, but if you have gut inflammation or you're just not absorbing these nutrients, they can just sit in your digestive system and trigger anxiety or more constipation and make things worse. Second is high zinc and low copper imbalance. So these two are like a seesaw. Increasing levels of one tends to waste the other from the body. And so lots of multis load up on zinc, which sounds good because, yeah, it's good for your immune system and hair, skin, and nails. But too much zinc can deplete copper and create hormonal issues and mood swings, all things that copper is important for, even hair thinning. And number 3 is using folic acid instead of folate. So this one's huge. Most women's supplements use synthetic folic acid, but if you have an MTHFR genetic mutation or other genetic variations, which are very common in up to 60% of people, your body just can't convert this form of the vitamin. So that means it's gonna build up in your system and you're not actually gonna get the benefit from it. So what's the better form? The better form is the methylated form of folate, so methylfolate or folinic acid. So if you're taking a multi or other supplements and they're not working, or you're feeling worse, feeling tired or wired or just off, then don't just blame your body automatically. Look at what's in these supplements and seek out guidance from a trained professional if you're not able to figure it out on your own or you don't feel confident doing that. So what should you do? Well, here's my advice, especially working with hundreds of women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, is number 1, to skip the all-in-one formulas unless they're practitioner designed and based on your labs or your symptoms. And look for targeted support. Magnesium, B complex, adaptogens, or gut healing blends that match what you actually need. And so these things are not good for everybody. Okay, they're good for the right person who has that need. And so again, it's important to work with someone who can help identify what those needs are, especially by doing comprehensive testing. And finally, use nutrients that work with your body, not against it. So that's also meaning that we got to start with understanding where your system is stressed. And there's multiple ways to do that. Again, getting a full evaluation with an expert is the best way to go. And so, mini story here, we had another client who had been taking 5 supplements or 6 supplements from some health store none that were actually tailored to her. She just went there, and the front desk person or the expert there just recommended a few, and she picked out a few more she read about on the internet, and she just was not feeling good. She wasn't feeling any better, at least. And so once we cut those out, we rebuilt with just these basics, a few basic things that matched her actual symptoms and what was going on underneath the surface. Her bloating disappeared, and her energy came back. It just took a couple weeks. So just making these smart changes to the plan can really work wonders. And so supplements can be powerful tools, but only when they match your root causes. Otherwise, it's just expensive guessing, right? Or worse, adding more stress to a system that's already overwhelmed. And so as a start here, what you can do is actually head to the link below in the description. We put our favorite high quality supplement protocols based on different problems, different symptoms that you might be having. Now, supplements are not there. They're not a cure-all. They're not there to be a magic fix. That's really often not the case, but they can support your body in healing. And so these are the protocols that we use with our clients to get actual results. And so go check that link out in the description and check them out for yourself. See what might be useful and a game changer for you. So if this was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more, because we are putting these videos out regularly to help you solve your biggest and most immediate health problems. See you in the next one.